Hello again, everyone. Edwin Lerner back once again in this YouTube astrological segment. I'm going to be talking about the Midheaven Conjunct, the North Node, and the natal chart. Now, some of you may remember when I first started my YouTube astrology channel, I did a series on the aspects in the natal chart. They're a little bit concise. Some people may have referred to them as snappy, so what I decided to do was make another series on them in which the videos would be a little bit longer and more descriptive. So anyway, first thing up is, if you have the Midheaven Conjunct the North Node and a natal chart, one way it may manifest is that the career, which is the Midheaven, may be strongly tied in with your destiny, which is the North Node. Now, if you have the North Node in Aquarius as an example, or even if you have the conjunction in Aquarius, this, the career, which is the Midheaven, may be one, that's, strongly, tied in. Could be with humanitarian, altruistic endeavors, computers, astrology, electronics, innovation, aviation, meteorology, and even rocket science, and it may be strongly tied in, with your destiny, which is the North Node. And now, also, too, another way that this aspect may be expressed in a natal chart is that you may have much ambition, which is the Midheaven, going toward your mission and purpose, which is the North Node. Now, if the North Node is in Capricorn, as an example, that mission and purpose may be tied in. It could be something connected, with business or politics or the government, career-related ambitions in general. It may be something associated with architecture, construction, dentistry, accounting, masonry, information technology, timekeeping as some examples. And also, too, the Midheaven Conjunct the North Node in a natal chart may also manifest in the father and authority figures, which is the Midheaven, figuring prominently in terms of you developing the attributes connected with the North Node placement. Now, if the North Node is in Aries, as an example, those attributes you may be developing may include being more, aggressive, assertive, forceful, confrontational, enterprising, pioneering, showing initiative, doing things, with little hesitation or procrastination, not being readily discouraged, being more courageous, as some examples. And also, too, concentration, which is the Midheaven, may be vital in terms of where you are moving toward, which is the North Node. Now, if the North Node, say is in Taurus, as an example, you may be moving toward being more self-reliant, persistent, patient, persevering, money conscious, showing good financial acumen, being loyal, trustworthy, steadfast, stolid, as some examples. And also, too, this aspect can indicate, much structure and discipline, which is the Midheaven, as far as going toward your spiritual path, which is the North Node. Now, if you have, say the North Node, in Gemini, as an example, your spiritual path, may be one, that's attained, with a lot of, vivaciousness and animation, being very excited in doing so. But the spiritual path may be, tied in, with communication or diversification, showing versatility, manual dexterity, or maybe doing something, Gemini related, whether it's something associated with communications like data or satellite communications, or, writing, journalism, reporting. It could be, again, doing something with manual dexterity, such as auto or refrigeration mechanics, as some examples. Also, to the fathers, superiors, and older people, which is the Midheaven, may play an integral role as far as what you're learning and aspiring to be, which is the North Node. Now, if the North Node is in the zodiac sign Cancer, as an example, You may be learning and aspiring to be more caring, sympathetic, dedicated, devoted, tenacious, protective, sensitive, home and family conscious, maybe even more introverted to some degree. And also, just really about expressing unconditional love, as an example. And also, too, at some point in time, you may have to address and confront issues, which is the North Node that are associated with your public image and reputation, which is the Midheaven. Now, let's say, if if you have the conjunction in Gemini, it may be something tied in with slander or accusations of plagiarism, or has something to do with gossiping. Conjunction in Sagittarius may be tied in with something associated with publishing or advertising, or some issues with foreigners, as another example. And also, too, the Midheaven Conjunct the North Node in a natal chart may also be expressed, as far as the qualities that are difficult to express, which is the Midheaven. They may figure strongly in your future, which is the North Node. Now, if you have, the Midheaven, in Libra as an example, those qualities that are difficult to suppress can include being charming, refined, tactful, diplomatic, cooperative, compromising, sociable, being able to express intellectual sociability, being fair-minded, equitable, as some examples. And if the Midheaven, say, is in Scorpio as an example, those qualities that are difficult to suppress may include being, resourceful, resilient, empowering, transforming, incisive, probing, may be able to, ability to go beyond the surface, as another example. And also, too, people prominent in your future, which is the North Node, may play an integral role in the success that you attain, which is the Midheaven. So, if you have, the Midheaven, say it's in Pisces as an example, the success you attain may be done with a lot of, idealism, imagination, inspiration. It may be, doing something, Pisces related. It could be helping those less fortunate than yourself, doing something, with special effects, chemistry, anesthesiology, spirituality, poetry, dancing, photography, or the metaphysical, which includes astrology. Now, also, too, the Midheaven Conjunct the North Node in a natal chart may also manifest in accomplishments and responsibilities, being the Midheaven may be strongly emphasized in the second half of one's life, which is the North Node. Now, if you have, let's say, the Midheaven is in Leo as an example, matters with responsibilities and maybe more toward children or creative endeavors. It may be doing something with entertainment or recreation. Could be working in some recreation park as an example, doing something. Accomplishments may be connected again with matters with children, or creative endeavors, or acting, entertainment, amusement. Could be, party event planning, as some examples. And if the, let's say, if the Midheaven is in Virgo, responsibilities may be tied in, with cleaning or, sanitizing, organizing, compartmentalizing. It could be matters with health and fitness, as an example. If you have, say, as another example, if the ascendant, if the, the Midheaven, is in a, let's say, Capricorn as another example, may be more responsibility connected with business or career-related endeavors in general. It could be the father. It may have to do with some position, of authority or timekeeping, information technology, as some examples. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Learning saying, stay